Our next group of speakers, I want to talk to you before I introduce our first speaker. We're going to talk, there's going to be some specific things that they're going to talk to you because we feel you can handle it. And we can feel you can handle it by your behavior and by your attitude. You're going to see some pictures on some things from a different presentation. And I think that you can handle it. And I know that you're going to show me you can handle it by the way you behave and you react to the things that are going to be spoken to you and shown to you. What you see is not anything to entertain you. It's to inform you and give you a clear picture of some of the effects that will happen to you if you do make the wrong choices. But what I'd like to do right now is introduce a student from Thousand Oaks High School. He's a junior, plays baseball for the Lancer baseball team. He's a graduate of Redwood, and he's here to talk to you about how he chooses to be drug-free and the importance of that. It's my pleasure to introduce Tyler Chaney.
All right, okay, quietly, I want you guys to think about what you want to be when you grow up, okay? Quietly, guys. Okay, is it a doctor, pro athlete, a lawyer, anything you want, okay? But whatever it may be, to make that dream come true, you have to make the right choices. A little bit about myself, Tyler Chaney. I'm a junior at TO. I play baseball. I have a 4.15 GPA. I want to go to the Air Force Academy, and I'm not going to tell you guys, I'm not going to talk today about don't do drugs. That's not my message. It's make the right choices. And if you make the right choices, you won't do drugs. And I know that. Well, some of the things you're probably going to run into when you get out of Redwood, and if you haven't already, is alcohol. Alcohol is a drug. It can be abused. 80% of high school students have tried alcohol. Now, would you rather be part of that 80% and just do it because everyone else does it? Or do you want to be the 20% that doesn't do it and makes a change? Now, these 80% don't understand the consequences that alcohol, that are caused by alcohol. Your motor skills, they're ruined basically. You can't walk a straight line. You can't do things that regular people can do. Let's see, you can die from alcohol poisoning. You can do really stupid stuff, like really dumb stuff. You can have health problems when you get older, and you lose touch with your friends. Let's see, another thing, okay, besides steroids, what's the one thing associated with baseball?
Gum.
Chewing tobacco, okay? Okay? That's another thing to avoid, okay? Whether it's smoked or smokeless, it kills. If you're gonna see smokeless tobacco, chewing tobacco, guys will be missing half their face because of oral cancer, and they'll have it surgically removed. From smoking tobacco, they'll get emphysema, lung cancer, you'll die. There is no positive to chewing or smoking tobacco. Let's see, another thing. It's not cool. I play, I don't chew. I know people that do, and they're shortening their life. Let's see, another thing you guys may run into, if you haven't already, is marijuana. Now, it's the most highly used drug in the US. It's called pot, weed, dope. There's lots of names for it. But the effects are always just terrible. Short-term effects include difficulty thinking, loss of coordination, and distorted perception. Everything's messed up. Long-term effects, changes in the brain, you lose your motivation, respiratory problems, you're gonna have trouble breathing, you're gonna have cancers possibly, change of blood pressure, and emotional problems. Has anyone heard of huffing? Huffing, you guys heard of it? Okay. So, it's basically when people inhale the chemical vapors in household cleaning objects, as an example. But they're deadly. They're more deadly than anything. You could die the first time you use it. Some things that could occur, sudden sniffing death, where your heart will go into cardiac arrest and stop. You can have asphyxia, where your lungs you'll be incapable of breathing. Also, you can choke on your own vomit. And when you finish, it's not funny. You guys can die. It's not something to laugh about. And you can commit suicide when you get off your high. And it's really not a good thing. And, ways to say no to these drugs are, you can start with no thanks. That doesn't work. For anything, like fill in the blank on this last word is, I'm not into this, or I have a game tomorrow, or, my uncle died from this. You make it up, I don't care. Just whatever you have to do not to do it. And if that doesn't work, blame it on a parent or coach. Like, oh, my mom would kill me, or oh, my coach would kill me. Be confident, and you can say no. I do it every single day. Another thing, making the right choices. You have to eat right, stay healthy. Try to limit the amount of junk food you eat. When you go out to dinner, have a water instead of a soda every now and again. Limit yourself to 1 soda a week, and exercise every single day. You do it at school during PE, but when you go home, do extra stuff. Do push-ups, do sit-ups, run, do pull-ups, champs, whatever you have to do. Just don't spend all your time in front of a TV screen, in front of a computer, playing video games. Play sports. Make activity a habit rather than a labor. Okay, some causes of death in the U.S. 102,000 people die a year in the U.S. as a result of drug and alcohol use. That's more than car crashes and firearm deaths combined. And physical inactivity amounts to over triple that. So it's important to exercise. It's important to be healthy, to make those choices. I'm going to conclude with, every weekend I hear the same line, which is, come on, live a little. And I think to myself, is it really worth it? Is it worth making a good choice so that my dream remains attainable? And the answer is yes. It is definitely worth it. And how many of you want to do something other than work at a fast food joint or live at your parents' house when you grow up? Okay, just about all of you. Okay. You won't get there unless you make the right choices. And there are people that actually say no, and I'm one of them. And you've got to think a few steps ahead. Think about the consequences before you act, and remember one thing: always make the right choices.
One of the things that I want to do is make sure that we get more students from Thousand Oaks that have graduated from Redwood and have gone on to Thousand Oaks High School or the other high schools in the area, and have them come back more and donate their time like Tyler has donated his time for this assembly. To give you some great examples of role models of things that you can turn out or you can strive to be. And what Tyler's message is very clear. It says, it starts today, it started last week, it started last month. Every time you make a choice, there are consequences. And he's emphasizing making positive choices that go along with making commitments. Not just the commitment card, but when you join a team, you join a group, you join band, you join strings, whatever it is, you are making a commitment to that and everything that goes along with it. And understanding the responsibilities that you have with that choice that you make. And Tyler's done a lot of great things by he's made a lot of great decisions, so all that does is open up more opportunities for him as he gets older. And this isn't something that gets you prepared for high school. Today doesn't get you prepared for high school. It gets you prepared for every single day of your life. Middle school, college, and beyond. And it's so important to remember that every single thing that he talked about, making the right decisions. And when he says live a little bit, Tyler is living a lot, not just a little bit. So remember that throughout this entire weekend, every single day. And I want to once again thank Tyler for coming here and speaking at both assemblies. We give him a round of applause. Right now, it's my pleasure to